Greetings, all you game masters. I'm your master, Frank Master here. Welcome to my annual update, state of channel, where you want to call it, update video regarding just going over what happened this year and pretty much going into what's going to happen next year too. Before I begin, though, I have to make this quickly because I am recording this literally the day of when I found out my Wii U just fucking died. So, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly happened. I think I know what happened, and I think it could be fixed, but honestly, looking where the Wii U is at right now, in the hopes of maybe that Donkey Kong 64 gets put on the Switch, because I think it will be one day. Uh, Unfortunately, I had to postpone this Let's Play. It sucks. I haven't done that ever. The only time I did that was when I did Super Mario World way back when, but even then, that was more because of the fact that I wanted to shift focuses as where I was going to the channel rather than the actual Let's Play itself. And honestly, it was never going to be like that. The plan was to finish the game, and hope to God like that everything goes out perfectly. Sorry, it is a little undescriptive, like most of the time. All I'm going to say is I am incredibly sorry to those who are looking forward to Let's Play, people who enjoyed it so far. I will finish it once it gets put on the Switch, so it'll make it a priority to do so. Until then, unfortunately, as much as I can really do at this point, outside apologize. So I'm sorry. Hopefully, it gets put on the Switch soon, and by that point, I'll make it a priority. And to not make sure it doesn't bleed into an Let's Play. I know it's going to be kind of weird for me to do this, but I'm going to try to do it simultaneously along with the Let's Play, where I do that in a day and then finish up the rest of that Let's Play. But unfortunately, until then, it's going to be postponed. I'm not going to give up on it, though, so... Okay, now I got that out of the way. Regarding 2025 as a whole, it was actually a pretty good year for me all around. It wasn't as good as last year in terms of the channel, statistically speaking. But I'm okay with that. Like I said, it's always been for fun. And if I ever blow up, cool. If not, then that's okay too. Because at this point, like I won't have that much longer to go in college, so this is more or less just me. It's just pretty much an area where I can. This whole entire YouTube channel is an area for me to express my interest in something and to, just let loose, just hang around for a bit while just shoot this shit and do whatever the hell I feel like doing. I guess I don't know. And like I said, if I ever get bored of it, that's when I'll quit. But thankfully, I am not quite bored of it in any sort of the way. There were times where I was getting kind of tired a bit this year. That was more or less due to the games I was playing. But honestly, I don't. It's just pretty much towards the end of the games where I'm like, I feel obligated to play it instead of fully enjoying it. But even outside of X6 earlier this year, there wasn't really a game I absolutely hated recording. I remember someone was getting kind of tired of, like Spyro 3. I knew took a lot out of me to record. To be honest with you, Spyro 3 took me a lot. X6, that one took so much out of me. Like I don't think I had a single Let's Play take as much force out of me as maybe an X6. But honestly, those are very few in between. Everything else, I had some fun. I had a lot of fun times. Majora's Mask was a fun time. I had fun time at Halloween Fest. All the games, like Symphony Night, Resident Evil 1, all of them, I had a really great time with those. And I even had a fun time Donkey Kong 64, believe it or not. Regrettably, though, given the situation, it has to be, but, it is what it is. But outside of that, though, we are right at the tail end of Series 3. And the thing about Series 3 is that I know it's just going to be a long one, but also this is probably also my most experimental time. I think I have an understanding of where I want to go next as a channel. First things first, though, I want to finish Series 3, and there's not a whole lot more left to look at. The plan's simple. We're going to do... Given the fact Donkey Kong 64 is going to be postponed, that will no longer be being a Series 3. It'll be its own, like, Frank Master spinoff, I guess? I don't know what I want to call it. Until then, for now, the only games left to look at are Sonic Advance 3, which will be the first Let's Play of 2026, I guess. I mean, I guess technically it's also friggin' 2025 Let's Play 2 because I am starting at the very tail end of it. But like, outside of that though, yeah, that's probably the first Let's Play 2026 is gonna be Sonic Advance 3. because I want to finish that series first so I go to Sonic Dash. And then after that will be the Oracle games, the Zelda Oracle games. I think I'm going to do Ages first and Seasons. I think that's the game plan, because that's what I'm used to. Even though I've only played through both of them twice, I am not the biggest... And spoiler warning, I'm not the biggest fan of either game. I don't hate them, I just don't really think much of them, is the thing. And, after Ages, it's the last super long Let's Play for Advance Series 3 is going to be the Emerald Nuzlocke. I've been holding off that one for a long time. I was hoping to do it this year, but that was not going to happen, unfortunately. But next year, throughout the Oracle games, that's going to be kind of like leading into the finale of Series 3, which I know, again, a finale of Frank Master Series as Pokemon again. Who would have thunk? But, yeah, after Emerald Nuzlocke, I have, like, it's the last two videos I want to look at in terms of Series 3 will be the Super Smash Bros. 4. And it's gonna be 2 videos. One talking about the adventure mode, and one where I have one free-for-all brawl. Now, given the fact I was on the Switch either, I got to rely on emulator for that one, so unfortunately, I'm gonna be playing that by myself. But don't worry, that'll be the only Smash I play by myself, because I don't really have any simple way to have 2-player emulator. And plus, I don't think anyone's that butthurt or not playing the original Super Smash Bros. With me, so I'm not too upset regarding that. But yeah, given the structure, it should, at the very latest, end in late March. Maybe a little earlier March. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to all phase out. We'll see. Nothing's guaranteed. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing's guaranteed. But that's essentially going to be the plan going forward. Now, in terms of what's come after, of course, we Frank Master Series 4. I know, I have a better name for the series, but I don't. But it is what it is. So, how's it going to go first? I've been debating what will be the first Let's Play of Series 4. But jumping ahead of it here, it's going to be the GameCube / PlayStation 2 / Xbox. Though, to be completely honest, I'm not sure looking at any series in an Xbox. And not even PlayStation 2 either, because once again, I gotta reiterate, I grew up playing Nintendo games. And that doesn't mean I think they're superior. It just means that it's what I'm more accustomed to talk about, rather than Sony games or Xbox games. Because, like I said, I only played Nintendo games my entire life. We only had one Xbox because my dad wanted to play Doom and Wolfenstein on it, and we didn't get. And my first PlayStation was a PS5, so yeah, I don't have much experience with them, and therefore I don't really have much to talk about in terms of them. That, like I said, is me. I think they're superior or anything like that. I'm not the 10 drones that think it's the best out there. No, I just don't have much experience with Sony. Therefore, I don't really feel like it's necessary for me to talk about a bunch of them. But there are some PlayStation 2 games I do want to look at. I think, yeah, we'll see. But it's gonna be primarily GameCube. In terms of GameCube, the first Let's Play I had decided it's gonna be Pikmin 1. Pikmin the series I have grown to liking a lot in the coming years. My first played 3 all back in 2020, which I know, yeah, it's pretty long time ago, so I'm a bit new to the Pikmin scene, aren't I? But I mean, yeah. After Pikmin 1, it's gonna be Super Mario Sunshine, which that should lead us into the summer, where Wind Waker is gonna take the bulk of that, which I'm excited for too. Unfortunately, because my Wii U's kaput, we're only getting the GameCube version, so no HD version for us, unfortunately, unless that gets put on the Switch too. But that doesn't seem likely. Does not seem likely, I'm afraid. Oh boy. But after Wind Waker, it's once again a crapshoot. Whatever comes next is next. I should address out some Let's Play. I'm not talk about all the ones I'm planning on doing for Series 4. Of course, I'm going to say 4 gets put on the Switch. That's going to take priority as well. In terms of that, though, in terms of Sonic series, Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog are 2 games we're looking at for Series 4. Maybe Dash and Dash Adventure as well. In terms of Pokemon, well, the Pokemon series never really gets tied to a series, I should really reiterate. It kind of doesn't. It just goes with a whim. I mean, I do hope in at least doing Platinum and Heart Gold at the very least. We'll see. Also, in terms of our Let's Plays, RPGs too, because I already played Mario, we're going to do both Mario Luigi Partners in Time as well for Series 4. Because I always wanted to about that series as well. I was planning on including Mario and Luigi for Series 3, but Honestly, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. It's gonna get tackled at one point. So yeah. Of course, also the Pokemon Coliseum Gale Darkness, which both have their own story modes to them. I know they are guaranteed for the Switch, so those will be tackled as well. Uh, for Zelda, outside of Wind Waker, we're going to be doing also Minish Cap and Twilight Princess as well. And I'm of course talk about the games when I talked about them, but I've always really liked Minish Cap. Unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of Twilight Princess. I couldn't really tell you why that's the case. I'm sure I'll explain more of it when I actually get that Let's Play, but yeah. As Donkey, surprisingly, he doesn't really have any games. I mean, he has the DK barrel controller, but unless I win the Monopoly, that game ain't getting tackled anytime soon, I'll tell you that much. So, I guess I'm going to ignore Kirby. Kirby's been launched into a Kirby game now, isn't it? There's the Eternal Dreamland remake on the Game Boy Advance, which we'll be doing. And I guess also Amazing Mirrors, also technically the game we got to tackle as well. Maybe Squeak Squad as well, but I'm not really super looking forward to that. I heard that game's the biggest nothing burger of a lifetime. So, yeah. With Mario outside of Sunshine, of course, there's Double Dash and Super Circuit, which I have not tackled either, but they're going to be like a 2-week marathon sort of thing. So, don't worry about that. Those two will be tackled. Of course, we're talking about the Mario and Luigi series. And after Mario and Luigi, there's going to be Mario. Of course, the Mario parties I'm going to handle a little bit differently because I wasn't the biggest fan of how those Let's Plays. Okay, I liked how the third one wins, but in terms of the other two Let's Plays, I mean, the Mario Party 2 and 1, I didn't like either. I'm going to be upfront with you. I didn't like how those were produced. So here's what's going to happen. In terms of Mario Party, unless there's an innate story mode tethered to that, which I can play through and play like I did in Mario Party 3, they're going to be look-ats. They're even figuring out to look at, which those haven't gone pretty strong this year, so I'm not too butthurt about it. And plus, I think it's better off that way. Not that because I hate Mario Party. I know I love Mario Party, but the problem is Mario Party works best when you're with other people. When you're by yourself, it's just kind of whatever. It does not really fit. And look, I like Chloe. She of course she's my sister obviously, so I have to tolerate her, but. You know, we play games all the time. The problem is, when it came to recording Mario Party once, it was just not coming together the way I was hoping. Because it was just like, because now, especially she's working nowadays, it's going to be hard to schedule both when she's done, when I'm done. I can't rely on Steve and Josh either, because they live pretty far away. I know Steven's always very busy with his two things he's got to do, and Josh is more focused on his collegiate work right now. I can't really pronounce that word for some reason. So, unless, it has an innate story mode to it, I'm only going to do Mario Parties as look-ats. Speaking of look-ats, which I'll get to that, actually, no, hold on. Before I jump into the look-ats, let's go back to finish with Series 4. Obviously, Pikmin 2 is worth taking here, too. I mean, there's going to be games you're going to see more often. Which ones I'm going to be talking about. It's going to be long. I don't know when it's going to end. It's probably going to end after I finally graduate college. I'll probably say that much. But given the game's looking at, you never know. You never know how long it's going to go. So, with that being said, time to go for some technical updates before I go on to anything else. The first technical update, I noticed how pretty much a lot of times when I was doing videos this year, because usually my time limit is always like 22 to 25 minutes, and no longer, no shorter. Unless, I have no choice, like in Metal Gear, the cutscene's going on for so fucking long. I can't just cut between a cutscene, can I? So, yeah, the cutscene's already... So, in terms of that, I decided going forward that every episode is going to be a half hour long at the very least. And maybe a little over depending on what happens that part. And I think that works better that way. It helps me, not to worry about constantly going over. Which I've done a lot this year, so at this point, 30 minutes is going to be a new norm. That's going to be the new standard time of uploading, which I think is going to work better here than it ever did in the past. So, yeah, half-hour parts from this point forward. Outside that, Frank Master look-ats, I really enjoy those, and it seems like you guys did too. So, what's going to happen with those? They're going to keep going strong as always, and once the Star Wars Chronicle 4 is done, I'm on a little break. I think I'm gonna make those a permanent every Saturday at 6 thing. Now that's probably what's going to end up doing the Mario parties that time around too. So hope to do, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a permanent. That's gonna be a permanent thing going forward. Uh, Outside of that, though, trying to think what else. I think that's gonna be kind of it for the technical stuff. I know I mentioned I was planning on doing the Frank Master Remastered series, but unfortunately, given the fact that I just can't, this isn't going the way I wanted to go, and I was getting more frustrated trying to work through it, I regretfully decided to cancel that idea. And I do want to re-talk about those old games sometime in the future. I'm not sure when or how I'm going to do it, so I'm not going to say anything set in stone yet. So, yeah. Once again, sorry about that if you were looking forward to it. That's the Star Warrior Chronicles. The fourth Chronicle is pretty much at the halfway point already. Maybe a little old, maybe a little over. I don't know. I don't know why I go over semantics like this, but yeah, we're pretty much at the halfway point of the fourth Chronicle, and it's going to keep going. You're still going to see some more episodes 11. I'm not taking a break from that because I don't really see a need to. So yeah, keep looking for every Saturday. It's going to end, by my estimations, late April, early May. Maybe sooner, maybe later. I'm not exactly sure, but that's around where I'm estimating where it's going to end. Of course, I have my 3-month break after that. At the end of that, the fifth Chronicle, which, yes, will be a thing. I am going to keep doing this because I do enjoy doing this, believe it or not. It's going to be for release sometime in either late July or early August, or maybe sooner or later, depending when the fourth Chronicle is ended. We'll see. Once again, nothing is ever set in stone until something happens, until we actually see it come up. And yeah, another thing I also want to address too, because I know in the last update video or state channel video I made, I went very personal on what my personal life is and where it's going. And I want to make it clear that I've been doing a lot better this year. I'm still not where I want to be right now in terms of mentally, but I feel a lot better myself. I think Morgan swinging at college too, and also seeing my progress in that helped a lot as well, because I'm doing a lot better in college. And not only that, but I'm also getting closer to finally finishing it, and that's a huge part of my life almost over at this point. And not only that, but I think it just comes along in terms of the fact that there are just some things I can and cannot do. And I just want to be okay with that. But like, especially with this channel, I know at the very end of the day, it's not everybody's gonna be interested in it, and I'm not gonna be like a super big YouTuber or anything like that. Which granted, I accepted that fact a long time ago. Unless all of a sudden Let's Plays become the new rage again, which I don't think see that happening anytime soon. At this point, like this channel has just been evolved to just me playing the games I just want to play, talk about the stuff I want to talk about, and just if people show up and talk about it, that's great. If not, that's okay too. And thankfully, while not a great number of people there are some people who have really enjoyed what I had to offer. So, to all those who watched, liked, subscribed, whatever you did this year, from all my heart, thank you. Thank you for watching this bumbling idiot keep talking about video games for 30 minutes each. At this point, might as well be 30 minutes, and allowing him to have a space to really express his interest and really, just enjoy himself for at least a little bit. Which along with that, and also the fun I have with doing this, is why I'm going to keep going. And I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to take it, but I'm going to keep on going. And outside of that, there's so much else to report on. Everything's pretty much set in stone going into 2020. Not really set in stone. Everything's pretty much laid in front of me in 2026. I don't know why I keep using dumb terminology. But even it's laid in front of me. Of course, things will adjust. I'll inform when that happens. But as of right now, that's kind of the game plan. Sonic Advance 3 first, then the Orwell games, then Pokemon, then Emerald Nuzlocke, and then after that will be the finale of Series 3. Series 4 should start shortly after, and we'll just see where it takes us. And once again, thank you all for watching, because it truly means a lot to me. People have been watching, even if it's just very few. I still enjoy everybody's company. I do show up, so thank you. So that being said, I'll see you guys next Monday for Sonic Advance 3. So thank you all for watching. I've been your Master the Frank Master, and continue mastering games out of the next playthrough. So I'll see you guys then.